Welcome. This is a short introduction to QGIS, just explaining the major parts of the main windows and the places to go looking for data and tools as needed. The workflow will go through opening files in detail and other things like that, but this is just to give you a little overview of how we're going to get to our data that we collected in the field today, and how we're going to visualize it in GIS. Okay, so our first one we're going to do, we simply click on Windows or press the Windows key and type QGIS, because we're going to want to find our QGIS desktop for 3.4. Version 3.4 is installed on this computer, and we're going to open the version with GRASS attached to it. GRASS is a raster calculator, so we'll use that sometimes for processing imagery. We're going to have a little wait now while the QGIS starts up, so I'm just going to pause. In this case I don't need to pause. You may find that there's a longer wait than that with your installation. Now, because I've been using QGIS on this computer before, it's remembered my recent projects, and it's even recovered one that I closed out earlier that wasn't saved properly. In this case I'm going to discard that. You'll have a little screen here that says this is your first time with QGIS, welcome, here's some tips. You can simply close that as well, and you'll have a blank screen in the middle here. We're going to create a new project, and so all we do to do that is click on the blank sheet at the top left here. It says create new project or Control N, and we'll get a nice blank sheet in the middle here. The coordinates, we'll see our graphing coordinates moving around there. It'll have a scale. And from here we're now going to prepare our data for import into QGIS. So we just open our File Explorer and we go to the folder that actually contains our data. In this case I've placed it in Semester 1 2019 EVB 203 on my USB drive, but it may be in your H drive or other places. So you just need to browse to that location, and in my case my file is currently saved as a .txt. The reason we can do that is that GeoJSON is just a human readable text file. So here's our data set. So these are data points that I've recorded, and Windows is quite happy to display those as a text file in the preview. All we're going to do is we're going to change the extension to GeoJSON. So we just type GeoJSON, JSON, and we can hit enter, and it'll warn you that it might become unusable. That's okay, because what we're doing at this point is changing the file's extension so that QGIS can actually identify it and import it for us. So we haven't done anything to the data in the file, we've simply changed the extension so that it can be recognized by QGIS. QGIS is happy to read GeoJSON format. So now if we go to our D drive, and we can go to our Semester 1 2019 EVB 203, you'll see down here that our GeoJSON file is recognized as geospatial data. It has a little polygon beside it saying yes, I can recognize this, and if I click on it and drag it in and let go, we can get a list. So I've got 11 points in here and one polygon, so we can import each one on its own, or we can select all, and then we can click OK, and you'll see that those points and the polygon have now been added, but you'll see that they've been added as separate entities because we have different geometry and different rules. The points are just points by themselves, the polygons are closed loops composed of a line linking a number of points. And so here is the GeoJSON data, and this one in here is actually the polygon of the Brisbane Botanic Gardens. And that is as hard as it is to get data from your Geo app into QGIS.